Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us, and welcome to Game Night in the Region on the Region Sports Network. We're streaming worldwide on the internet at facebook.com/Region Sports and regionsports.com. We come to you tonight from Highland High School as Labor's Local 41 presents coverage from the 2021 Highland Holiday Hoopfest. It's the consolation round matchup. The Hanover Central Wildcats are taking on the Whiting Oilers. I'm Mike Zajac. I'll have tonight's play-by-play. And joining me with the color is Greg Braggs. Greg, good evening.
How you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Great. Excited to get back on the saddle here for Region Sports Network. First basketball game for me personally this year. Shake off the rust. Escape the snow. The snow finally caught us this year here in the region.
Yeah, finally coming down today. Had a couple inches, causing some havoc on the roads.
Yeah.
So we might see a light crowd tonight. Hopefully not. We hopefully get some people in the stands tonight. Highland plays later on in the evening. So Whiting taking on Hanover Central. Hanover Central 3-3. Whiting struggling at 0-5.
Yeah, both teams lost earlier today. So one of these teams looking to bounce back. It's not how you want to start out your day here at the Holiday Hoop Fest. But at the same time, now you have a chance to, finish the night strong. For one of these teams, they're going to get to go home feeling good about themselves. And then for the other team, unfortunately, it'll be back to the drawing board. But it's a long season. This is the start of it, and this is why you have tournaments like this. It's a tough time for these kind of kids because, this is the time where kids are off. This is their break, Christmas break. But here these kids are still working hard, trying to win games for their schools.
Yeah, having fun. Made a mistake. Hanover now with the win earlier, with the loss, 3-4, it's Whiting,
yes.
0-6. So both these teams coming in with the loss from earlier today. Hanover Central lost to Morton 58-49. It was Josh Oskin leading the way with 13 points, and Chase Kuzma added 10 more in their 9-point loss to Morton. Whiting struggling. They got 3 out with COVID today, losing to Highland 67-35. Zorich led the way with 10 points.
Yeah, that's the other part of this tricky situation. I mean, all sports are feeling this from the professional and college levels down to high school, having to bring in some kids here from JV. But, hey, in sports, it's always a next man up mentality, and now a kid gets an opportunity to maybe make a name for himself and earn himself some more minutes that maybe he wasn't potentially going to get.
Yeah, it's definitely a learning experience for those kids, those freshmen and sophomores coming in from the JV team. Get to play in a little bit of varsity tournament tonight, so that'll be good for them. And you do see sometimes a lot in sports where kid's not as great in practice, but he ends up being pretty darn good in a matchup with live matchup. So it should be good time for those
Absolutely.
kids.
Sometimes when the lights come on, things change. It's one thing to practice it, but there's nothing that you're going to learn more from than when the live bullets are going, so to speak.
All right, we will take a short break. You are watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Indiana laborers are the best trained, safest, and most productive workforce around. Day after day, year after year, union laborers in Indiana go to work and get the job done. On time, on budget, and with fewer lost-time accidents than any other trade. Why is that? It starts with the training these professionals receive through the Indiana Laborers Training Trust Fund. Since 1968, we've been responsible for a hands-on skill training program that has enrolled more than 25,000 laborers. Take the finest instructors and staff in the industry. Leading-edge training facilities in a safe environment conducive to learning, and combined with the eager and qualified laborers to produce the safest, most productive, and reliable workforce in the industry. The proud men and women of Indiana's Laborers International Union.
Hi, I'm Crowell Company's Lantern Man. I'll cover your motorcycle. I'll be with you on the water. I'll be with you on the snow. I'll cover your insurance needs wherever you go. I'll be at Crowell Agency from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. As Crowell Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowell Companies, the insurance professionals in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City.
Welcome back to Laborers Local 41 presented RSN Game Day coverage of Highland Holiday Hoopfest right here on the Region Sports Network, along with Greg Braggs, Mike Zajac from Highland High School. Matchup tonight, Hanover Central and Whiting, as we're starting to get some fans into the stands here. Earlier today, it wasn't a big crowd during the day. Had some snow outside. Everybody working, too, as well. Right. So hopefully we get a bigger crowd tonight, especially a later game. Highland facing off against Morton.
Yeah, you'll eventually see the home crowd probably trickle in. Some of these kids come in and support their home school. But, yeah, for some of these road teams that, the loyalists and the families are going to come, and then hopefully we see some more fans turn out and support their school. But as we were saying, the roads were pretty dicey. They're a little better now, but at least that's why we're here, to help with the coverage for those that want to stay at home and watch from the comforts of their couch.
Speaking of the weather, tonight's forecast is brought to you by our friends at Economy Electric Heating and Cooling. Tonight's forecast, 36 degrees. The snow has stopped outside, and hopefully, like we said, we do get some fans over tonight. A little bit of a longer drive for Hanover Central, Whiting, longer drive for them. So Highland people probably showing up tonight, but we're glad you're with us watching wherever you are, either on regionsports.com or facebook.com/regionsports. 36 degrees outside. What do you think, about 75 degrees on the inside here?
Yeah. It's definitely much more comfortable, and a beautiful stadium here at Highland. One of the most beautiful, domes you're going to see in all of Indiana high school, in my opinion. It's, great lighting and just great aesthetics in general. A great place to play.
Game night forecast brought to you by Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, keeping you cool in the summer and cozy in the winter. Talk about this court, too, as well. You don't see too many, what do you call that, the U-shape, the horseshoe shape on the basketball court, as much so you see maybe college football. They got a few of those horseshoe styles, so it's definitely a neat environment. And they've added some benches over to the right side as well of us, and we will pause for the national anthem.
Remove your hats and face the northeast corner of the field house for the playing of our national anthem.
Let's get to tonight's starting lineups. Let's do the Hanover Central first, as they are announced.
At guard, 5'8" senior, number 1, Cole Hernandez.
Cole Hernandez, number 1.
At guard, 6'2" senior, number
Cole Hernandez is a 5'8" guard. He is a senior. Nicholas Holden, he is another guard, 6'2" senior. Is going to go seniors all the way, it looks like. Drake Kastner, a 6'1" forward. Josh Oskin is a junior guard at 6'1", and the center, 6'4", Chase Kuzma, junior out there. 6'4", tallest guy, it looks like, going to be on the court tonight. And let's take a look at Whiting.
At guard, 6-foot junior number 2, Nolan Toth.
Nolan Toth, number 2, is your 6-foot guard. He's a junior. Luke Zorich, the other guard at 5'9", wearing number 10 tonight. Dominic Harbin, number 14, 5'8", senior. Jedediah Huffman, number 15, also a 5'8", senior. And Joe Gendris, 6'2", junior, wearing number 24 tonight for the Whiting Oilers. As we said earlier, both these teams lost in their first game. And it's Whiting coming in. We said 0-6. 0-6 coming into the season. What are you looking forward to? As if you're a coach, what are you looking for? Maybe not potentially a win, but something to grow on.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, as I said, both teams already dealt with a loss here today. So at 0-6, you want to see energy. It's a long day for these kids. Doubtful they got to go back home. They probably went somewhere and got something to eat or something like that. But you want to see them continue to try to fight. If I was a coach, that's the word I would continue to use over and over, fight.
Tip is away, and it's Hanover Central leading things off here for Josh Oskin. Swing it around as Hernandez fakes it. A lot of ball movement here early at the 2-3 zone from Whiting.
Whiting showing his zone. Got to pass to the middle of that if you want to break it.
It's a 3, long 3, doesn't go. The rebound to the Oilers. That's Harbin with it. Huffman brings it up. Nice defensive stop from Whiting early. It's a crossover from Harbin, doesn't go. And the rebound to Hanover Central. Up ahead, this is Cole Hernandez laying it up and in.
Yeah, that's going to make it life easy on Hanover Central if Whiting's going to just come down and take one shot, not move the ball as much. You want to move the ball. You're trying to get that first win. You can't do it by yourself. You got to move that ball around the perimeter.
When Toth getting in trouble there, gets it out to Huffman. They wanted to get it inside. They could not. It's stolen away by Hanover Central, and a foul. Kuzma taking it to the hole. Nolan Toth with the foul there. 2 shots. First is good for Kuzma.
No relation to Kyle Kuzma.
You never know. You never know. 1 or 2 at the line.
Not sure if Kyle Kuzma is 33 or not. Maybe he is.
There's Huffman. A lot of dribbling. Gets it out.
Yeah, want to work it inside. I like that pass there. Didn't go down, but
it's a rebound from Harbin, and he's fouled. He'll shoot 2.
The first inlet pass they had of the night, and they get to the free throw line because of it. Better things are going to happen for this team if they can get it inside.
So Dominic Harbin shooting 2. Hanover up 3-0. This is the first. Second shot is good for Harbin. Whiting on the board, 3-1 our score. Hanover Central on top. Going with that zone again, and it worked that time. As Kuzma can't deliver.
Yep, I'd be working it in again. There you go.
Give it to the big man, loses it off his leg, it looked like. Hernandez bringing it up court. Tries going coast to coast. Swing pass, corner 3, doesn't go. From Kastner, rebound to Whiting.
Another thing for Whiting, as I said with fight, a lot of that's got to come from the defensive end. If you lack, the kind of talent you're looking for offensively, you always can give effort on the defensive end and stay in a game. And that requires getting back, hustling, playing your guy tough. That's all right. You give up a foul, that's all right, but at least you're putting a body on somebody. Make them earn it.
It's Huffman on the reach-in foul. Second team foul for Whiting.
I think any basketball fan, unless you're a family member of Hanover Central, when a team is 0-6, it's almost in your nature to want to root for them to try to come out of it. Now, I'm not going to root for this team, but I would like to see, the effort that we talked about, and give Hanover Central a fight tonight.
Yeah, they're playing hard early on. As steps on the line, does Kastner, turns it over. It's a good defense there from Whiting.
Yep.
And I'm sure Coach likes what he sees so far. There's a swing pass. Shot is long. Get the rebound. Goes up. No good. Kuzma looked like with a block. It's up ahead. Oskin. Swing pass. Right side. And a three is good from Nick Holden. 6-1 Hanover with the lead. Hoffman driving, going in. Nice play in for him. 6-3 our score, 4:20 to play in the first quarter. Whiting still going with the 2-3 zone. Another three is long. Rebound is muscled away from Huffman. Spin move through the lane, lays it up and good. Huffman's got 4 points. It's 6-5.
What a move from Huffman there. Aggressive. Gotta love it. The 2-3 zone here for Whiting is definitely kind of lulling Hanover Central to sleep. If they want to beat it, they have to pass into the middle of it. You can only pass around the perimeter and jack up threes so much, and if they're not falling, now you're playing right into Whiting's hand. So if you're Hanover Central, you got to pass to the perimeter and try to get, something into the interior and then a kick out to the outside for, a more natural knockdown shot than just, kicking it around to the side.
Yeah, definitely that inside-outside game is what Hanover probably wants to play in a 2-3 zone, as there's a steal and then a foul is called. A foul is going to be on Hanover Central. It's going to the Oilers. Foul was on Henry Maurer coming into the game.
Nice block there by Kuzma. It was a strong drive and an even better defense.
Maurer long two, and it's good. Payback for that foul he had earlier. 8-5 Hanover.
Tempo's starting to pick up. The first couple of possessions, it seemed like everyone was still a little bit asleep, and now it's starting to pick up. And there's a travel.
Julius Torres. Number 20, Sean Donaldson coming in for Whiting. Another one of those kids that was activated off the JV team.
Yep. As we said, an opportunity.
Long two. No, it is a three. He was beyond the arc. It's Brad Rohde making it 11-5, and Hanover Central going on a little bit of a run here. Long three doesn't go for Whiting. It's muscled away on the rebound the other side. Holden with the rebound.
This is a big possession here for Whiting. They've been keeping it close. They got to get a defensive stop to continue that. And just like that, Hanover Central starts to extend the lead.
14-5.
I jinxed it.
Another three from Holden.
Hanover Central's got some shooters. You can play that 2-3 zone. You still got to get out and get a hand up.
Torres having all kinds of trouble with Kuzma. Turns the ball over with 1:48 to play in the first. Hanover leading by 9.
You're just seeing right there with Sean Donaldson coming in and showing some energy closing. They give up the bucket inside, but all these guys, they need to show that energy that the recently called up JV is doing.
Rhodey with the last 2 points for Hanover Central. Torres looking for somebody, gets it to Huffman. 1:15 to play in the first. And Huffman loses it out to Torres, and he loses it out of bounds, but it's knocked away. It'll stay here.
In the game for Hanover 15, Drake Kastner.
Kastner back into the game. Coming in for Austin. This is Harbin. Donaldson looking. Hoffman, nice cut. Another thing about Hanover Central, they're longer.
Yes.
Width and height.
Yep.
That's no good. Donaldson tries going off glass. Doesn't go. 45 seconds for Hanover Central. Long three.
Quick shot.
Doesn't go. Torres the boards. Harbin in the corner out to Huffman. Huffman turnaround. Doesn't go. Torres the rebound, had it swatted away.
Strong defense from Kuzma. Another block.
Huffman driving. And a foul.
Yeah, you're right about that. Hanover Central certainly has the length. You see that with Kuzma. He showed it off on that possession.
Kastner with the foul. Here's a long two, and it's good from Donaldson. That's first points for Whiting in quite some time. (16-7) our score. 10 seconds to play in the first. In the corner, this is Holden getting it inside. Kuzma trying to get it at the buzzer. He does not. That'll do it for one. 16-7, Hanover Central on top. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Did you know? Wow, they'll prepare fresh fish while you wait. Did you know?
They make over 40,000 donuts from scratch every week?
Did you know?
They offer 23 different deli platters for your party?
Did you know?
They have freshly chopped fajita mix ready to cook.
Did you know?
They have the best fried chicken in the area?
Did you know?
They offer our signature curbside service 14 hours a day.
Strack and Van Til. Now you know.
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4ajobdoneright.com.
Welcome back as Labor's Local 41 presents RSN Game Day coverage of the Highland Holiday Hoopfest right here on the Region Sports Network. To find out how you can have a career as a union laborer, check out labors41.com. 16-7 our score. Start of the second quarter. Hanover Central on top of the Whiting Oilers. So what do you want to see outside of Whiting in the second quarter here?
You know, for Hanover Central, continue to keep the pedal to the metal. Maybe not settle. I mean, I know they've knocked down a bunch of threes, and they're taking another one here. And he knocks it down.
There's one for Cole Hernandez. He's got 5 points.
But if Hanover Central wants to continue, this is a game for them where they can work on a lot of things too. So, I mean, anybody can pull up a three, try to work your offense, try to see what you can do inside, because those are the things that are going to win you games in sectionals. And then ultimately another thing for Hanover Central is lock down on defense. I mean, you just seen it right there. This recently called up Sean Donaldson from JV. He's got a couple baskets now. You know, if you're a varsity player, you got to take pride in that and make sure he doesn't get those easy buckets.
And if you're one of those kids on the COVID list, here is another 3 from Hernandez. He's got 8, 22-9 our score. If you're one of those kids on that COVID list, you're like, oops, that's not the guy you want taking over your spot. You see it in the pros, see it in college. Guys get injured or on the COVID list. Their replacement comes in and plays so good.
Yep.
Coach has got to go with the hot hand.
Absolutely. And, you know, I mean, I'm sure as schoolmates and teammates, you know, they're in each other's corner too. And at 0-6, I'm sure they want what's best for the team ultimately. But, yeah, there's always going to be one kid that's going to lose his spot or his minutes potentially if a guy like Donaldson comes in and shows energy. So, you know, hey, it's may the best man win. That's what sports is all about. See, and that, like, the last 3 he made, I didn't have a problem with because that was the offense. They ran and worked it into the offense. They're just pulling up as soon as they get down there. You're not learning much about yourself doing that. You're doing, even if you knock it down, how much are you really learning about what you can do later in the year? That's kind of what I mean as far as just pulling up on threes. And, you know, that's great. That's, you know, I'm not going to hate on a kid when he's knocking down 3 after 3. I'm just saying if you want to, you know, you start to go up 20 and pull away like this, have an opportunity to work on some things too.
That was Kastner with a 3. Nice fake there from Toth. As it's out of bounds, it'll stay with the Oilers. And it's Harbin coming in for Nolan Toth. 25-9 our score in the second quarter, 5:39 to play. And we got a legal screen. Legal screen on Harbin, Dominic Harbin.
That's a brutal call because he knocked down the 3 out of the inbounds pass.
Not sure what he did to make that illegal. Hernandez open for a 3 in the corner. It's long. Donaldson the rebound, and he's on the run the other way. Nice bounce pass. Inside, it's Harbin for 2.
Very nice.
25-11 Hanover. Hernandez gives it up. Inside all alone was Rohde, but then the rebound by Kastner is good. 2 more, it's 27-11. In the lane, dumps it off. It's Torres, puts it off the glass.
Back-to-back possessions for Whiting where they make nice passes. You know, that's what's going to get it done when you're facing a team that, and Hanover Central wants a timeout from it.
Timeout called by Hanover Central.
Hanover Central wants a timeout, 30-second timeout. Don't forget, after the game, we'll name the Crowell Company's Lantern Man superhero of the game. The Crowell Companies have offices open from 9 to 7, Monday through Friday. Also Saturdays until 2 o'clock in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City. 27-13 our score in the second quarter of this first matchup tonight. It's the third matchup of the game. The year. The day. It's been a long day for me.
First one of the year for me.
First one of the year for me, too, outside of football. So.
Yeah, shaking off the rust.
So Hanover with it. They lead it by 14, 4:30 to play in the first half. Whiting playing a little tighter defense as Kuzma almost lost it, and he threw it away, but it was Harbin who could not keep it in. It'll stay with Hanover Central.
Very nice pass.
Inside, it's Kuzma. Adding 2 more, he'll go to the line and shoot the free throw. And Whiting's playing a little tighter defense on this last possession here.
It was a very nice pass inside. And as you said, Whiting playing a little tighter, caused the and one. But you don't hate that, if you're Whiting's head coach. I mean, want to see these guys fight. That's what I said. That should be the word of the day. Don't look at the score, just fight.
Free throw good from Chase Kuzma. He's got 4 on the night. 30-13. 4 minutes to play in the first half. Joe Gendris back into the game for Whiting. Shot no good from Zorich. And the rebound to Hanover Central. Thought Hernandez was going to take that 3. He's made a couple tonight. It's Kuzma in trouble. Gets it out. Swing pass on the left wing. It's good from Josh Austin.
Yeah, that was very nice by, Kuzma got doubled, almost triple teamed. That's when you find the guy on the outside and take that, shot from the perimeter. They've certainly knocked down a lot of threes here in the first half.
I sure have. Gendris was in trouble, and then he got bailed out by the foul. Foul was on Kuzma. That's his first of the game. Team's 5th. Donaldson shot no good. Hernandez the rebound the other way. He's pushing it. Look at the speed from Hernandez, and he's fouled. Lost the ball, got it back before it went out of bounds. He'll shoot 2. Zorich on the foul. Team's 5th. 20-point lead for Hanover Central. Make it 21 as Hernandez makes his first.
Yeah, they've hit 7 threes here in the first half.
2 for 2 for Hernandez. I know you're looking at my score sheet. It might not be as accurate as you think.
The cheat sheet.
Might not be as accurate as you think.
I trust you.
There's Donaldson for the Oilers. A crossover.
Very nice.
Floats it up and good for Donaldson. He's got 6. 35-15.
And I really don't feel like his game has been forced. A lot of times you see a guy come in from JV and try to do too much. He didn't do that initially when he came in. He kind of found his bearings, and now look at him making plays here with 6 points. He's got to be happy for himself coming up from JV as Hanover Central responds on the other end.
It's Nick Holden laying it in, that length. Oh, nice move by Donaldson. It doesn't fall, and then he makes the foul.
That was the first moment right there. Nice move, almost got the bucket, but then you can't, compound the error by fouling him, a ticky-tack foul. You got to get back on defense and just fight.
You got to keep your emotions in check there. If you're Donaldson, frustration from missing the shot.
And that's what Coach Toth of Whiting just told him. And he shook his head. He knew.
Here's a 3 from the right wing, no good. Tipped around, and Hanover Central gets it back. Josh Austin. Here's a 3 in the corner. Bounces around, doesn't go. Tipped around. A foul is called on Kastner. I believe that's 2. It is. Team 6. Both teams with 6 fouls. 37-15 our score. Just under 2 minutes to play in the first half.
We talked about opportunity in the pregame for these kids coming in, for others that unfortunately have COVID, and I think Donaldson might have found himself a role here with the varsity team.
It's a shot from Zorich. Is good. Back to 20-point lead. A minute and a half to play. That's 2 points. First 2 for Zorich. Inside, nice pass. Doesn't fall for Kuzma. Back the other way comes Huffman, and he loses it. Donaldson gets it back. Zorich driving. He's going to try tossing it up. It's knocked away from Kastner. Up ahead, Kuzma Oh, the fake
The Euro
by
step.
Austin.
What a Euro step. Very nice play. All around, too, because Josh Austin, he picked up his dribble, but he picked his head up and found the open man. And then a nice Euro step to finish.
39-17, loose ball, still loose. They fight for it. And it's Huffman finally coming up. And he is fouled. He'll go to the line and shoot two with 39 seconds to play.
Foul number 13, Nicholas Holden, his second, team 7, 2 shots.
Holden with the foul. He's got 2 now, team 7th. First one for Huffman falls. Julius Torres back into the game for Whiting. Second falls, 2-2 at the line for Huffman. 39-19, 35 seconds to play in the first half. Dump it down low, Kuzma. And a travel is going to be called here on Nick Holden. Nice little give and go there, but Holden took a step before he put the ball down.
Yep.
Turns it over.
See that a lot in high school, you know, you kind of put the cart before the horse.
Final 15 seconds of the first half. We'll see if Whiting can hold on for the final shot, but it's Huffman going down low, had it tipped away. And now with 5 seconds to play, Hanover in the corner. Shot for 3, doesn't fall. That'll do it for the first half. Hanover Central leading 39-19 over the Whiting Oilers. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialists. It's been said that one man's junk is another man's treasure. But at Total Disposal, your junk is our junk. Think of Total Disposal as that key player that has several options: commercial, residential, or hand off your junk at our Blaine Street Partners transfer station. Total Disposal is more than a service provider. We are an innovator for a sustainable tomorrow, well beyond the curb. For a complete list of services, go to TotalDisposal.com. Honesty and dependability, that's the Total Disposal promise.
Attention homeowners, ready to start your next project? Need to pay off your debt? Refinance your home? Unlock the value of your home with a Centier Bank no-fee home equity loan or home equity line of credit. Stop by a local Centier branch today or visit us on the web at Centier.com/home equity. Terms and conditions subject to change without notice, subject to credit approval. Centier Bank, NMLS number 408076, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
The team of sports medicine experts at Orthopedic Specialists of Northwest Indiana is committed to getting athletes back in the game, with a focus on not only helping patients recover from injuries, but helping improve athletic performance to prevent injuries. Orthopedic Specialists provides the most advanced, comprehensive care to their patients. To learn more about all Orthopedic Specialists can do to help rehab and prevent athletic injuries, visit them on the web at osni.org or call them at 219-923-3300. Orthopedic Specialists of Northwest Indiana, providing world-class care to Northwest Indiana for over 20 years.
Indiana laborers are the best trained, safest, and most productive workforce around. Day after day, year after year, union laborers in Indiana go to work and get the job done. On time, on budget, and with fewer lost time accidents than any other trade. Why is that? It starts with the training these professionals receive through the Indiana Laborers Training Trust Fund. Since 1968, we've been responsible for a hands-on skill training program that has enrolled more than 25,000 laborers. Take the finest instructors and staff in the industry. Leading-edge training facilities in a safe environment conducive to learning, and combined with the eager and qualified laborers to produce the safest, most productive, and reliable workforce in the industry. The proud men and women of Indiana's Laborers International Union.
Welcome back as Laborers Local 41 presents RSN Game Day coverage of the Highland Holiday Hoopfest right here on the Region Sports Network. Proud to be a member of LIUNA, Laborers International Union of North America. Start your career today. Visit laborers41.com. 39-19 our score. It's Hanover Central on top of the Whiting Oilers. What'd you like about the first half? What you didn't like?
Well, Hanover Central really brought it from the three-point line. You know, they hit 7 or 8 threes to start the first half and really poured it on. You know, at first it felt like both teams were a little asleep at the wheel, and then they kind of got into their offense, breaking down that 2-3 zone that Whiting was showing most of the first half. For Whiting, I mean, honestly, the story of the first half for me had to have been Sean Donaldson. As we talked about, a kid that comes up from JV because other kids are out with COVID, an opportunity for him. He comes in with energy, plays really well along with Luke Zorich. You know, guys that are fighting. Huffman, you know, they're down 20. It's not easy. They're 0-6 on the season, but they're out there competing, and that's all you can ask for from a team like Whiting. But you know, the story of the night is Hanover Central and the barrage of threes that they've given Whiting.
Yeah, it's been Cole Hernandez in that right wing getting open, they swinging around to him. It's been Holden. It's been Austin. Kastner with the three as well. Rody's got a three. I mean, they're all hitting them.
They're all getting in
all
on the
over
action.
the place. Right wing, top of the key, in the corners, just falling all over the place for Hanover Central. Early on in the game, Whiting went to that 2-3 zone to start it off, and a little discouraged for Hanover Central.
Yep.
And gave them some problems, but what was it to get them out of there, get in their comfort zone?
Well, I mean, anybody that's ever watched Syracuse basketball, who's the king of the 2-3 zone,
Right.
if you want to break that down, you got to knock down threes ultimately, or you pass to the middle. We didn't see as much of that because they were knocking down so many threes, and then they were getting a lot of their buckets in transition as well. So that was the key for them in the first half. And as I, tried to continue to hammer home the point, if I'm Hanover Central and I'm their coach talking to them in the halftime locker room right now, I want to try to work it into Kuzma. I want to try to get to the middle of that 2-3 zone and try to do other things. And then that will open up the kick-out three, and that's fine. But don't just come down and shoot a three first shot before you even get a pass into the offense. This is your opportunity to get better as a team as you head into the heart of your schedule before sectionals ultimately come.
Talk about Whiting. Really couldn't get anything going on offense until they found Sean Donaldson coming into the game. He brought life. He brought energy to this team. Put up 6 points in the first half for the Oilers. They started, you can feel some momentum on their side on just the offensive side of the ball. How did they carry that over to the second half?
Yeah, I mean, it's the word that I started with at the start of the game, fight. I mean, at this point when you're down 20, you're not at a point where you're playing for pride. You can still get into the game. But ultimately, if you can't, you just got to continue to fight. You're 0-6, and it's not easy. You lost earlier today. It's been a long day. They're thinking about Christmas vacation like the rest of the students at their school, but they're ultimately out here to do a job. So you want to see them finish with good effort and enthusiasm. Sean Donaldson's happy to have his opportunity, and so you're seeing that enthusiasm and energy. All these guys need to carry that same energy and play with some heart.
That's our cue to take a break.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if you knew that. Nathan was the one to hit the button there. We'll take a break. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
From schools to stadiums, hospitals and bridges, everywhere you look, union carpenters are building Indiana. With jobs and skilled trades in high demand, there's never been a better time to start building your future. As an apprentice, you'll earn a debt-free college degree, earn while you learn, and receive great benefits like health care and retirement. So what are you waiting for? Visit carpenters.com to learn more. Visit carpenters.com and start building your future today.
Blythe's Athletics in Valparaiso, whose team has been serving your team since 1959, is a leader in athletic apparel and equipment sales. Whether it's off the rack or customized to your specifications, Blythe's has the products and staff to serve you best. Trophies, embroidering, screen printing, athletic shoes, anything you're looking for, you'll find at Blythe's. Visit them today at teamblythes.com, where the athlete shops.
Java Wave at your local Family Express is the perfect way to get your day started or keep you moving at any time. With 12 freshly ground bean-to-cup flavors to choose from, Java Wave at Family Express has just what you're looking for, whether it's hot or iced coffee. To see all of the delicious flavor options and to find a Family Express near you, log on to familyexpress.com/Java Wave.
Hi, I'm Crowell Company's Lantern Man. I'll cover your motorcycle. I'll be with you on the water. I'll be with you on the snow. I'll cover your insurance needs wherever you go. I'll be at Crowell Agency from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. As Crowell Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowell Companies, the insurance professionals in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City.
Welcome back as Laborers Local 41 presents RSN Game Day coverage of Highland Holiday Hoopfest. It's right here on Region Sports Network. To find out how you can have a career as a union laborer, check out laborers41.com. Start of the second half coming up between Hanover Central Wildcats and the Whiting Oilers. Hanover Central up 39-19 as we enter the second half. And I think for Whiting, you said it, come out fighting. And I see Donaldson at the end of the bench. Not sure if he'll start the second half for the Oilers. Doesn't look like they'll go back to the original starting lineup. Hanover Central, I think you just continue to keep doing what you're doing and lighten up the scoreboard from downtown.
Yep, and try to lock down on defense. You know, you're obviously getting it done on the offensive end. See if you can even push it even further on the defensive end, force some turnovers, get some easy buckets in transition.
Hanover Central with the ball first. Up 20 to start the second half. Inside from the elbow, doesn't go, and the layup on the other side for number 13, Nick Holden. He's having a nice game. He's got 10.
Yeah, that was too easy on the putback rebound. You know, Whiting's got to fight for the rebound a little harder than that. They played good face defense. Now they follow it with a response on the other end. But, to get back into this game, to get it back under 10, you're going to have to fight on the defensive end. You can't give up offensive rebounds.
Nolan Toth with a shot. Here's a long three from Hernandez. It was way long. They get their own rebound back. It's Kuzma, the tallest man out there, is fouled on his way up there. The long arms of Kuzma just goes up and gets it. He'll go to the line.
Yeah, and Dominic Harbin looks like he might have got caught an elbow to the lip. But Kuzma's a lot to handle, especially, with the lack of size Whiting has. And he's got a lot of length and a lot of size.
This is the first. It was Huffman on the foul. That's his second of the game. Kuzma 0 for 2 from the line. They almost got the rebound. It's stripped away from Toth. Harbin inside. This is Zorich, no good. The rebound away to Austin, and a foul, another foul on Whiting. Number 15, and that's Huffman. That's his third. Let's see if he gets pulled, and it will be Donaldson coming back in. 2 quick fouls here in the second half for Mr. Huffman. Layup doesn't go. It's picked up by Huffman. Long three from Toth doesn't go.
Good hustle, very good hustle. Didn't result in a rebound, but you got to love the hustle there. See, this is what I mean. You can pass on the perimeter all day, but the good teams know how to get it inside.
Long three is good from Austrian.
They are certainly very good from knocking it down from three. So, hey, I mean, I guess that's what's going to wash that inability to feed it to Kuzma to the middle of the 2-3 zone is knocking down the three. You got two options when it comes to a zone like that.
Three doesn't go for Zorich. The other way comes Austrian. Nice pass, and it's laid up and in for Kastner. And Whiting needs a timeout. It's a full timeout, 46-21. We'll take a short break. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Did you know?
They decorate over 210,000 cakes a year.
Did you know?
Their butcher will cut your meat your way.
Did you know?
They have trained floral designers in store.
Did you know?
They will make your wedding cake.
Did you know?
They have a variety of deli bakeable entrees.
Did you know?
Their online app has coupons and so much more. Who does that?
Strachan Van Til. Now you know.
Welcome back as Labor's Local 41 presents RSN Game Day of coverage of the Highland Holiday Hoopfest right here on the Region Sports Network. It's offering apprenticeship programs. For more info, visit labors41.com. Along with Greg Braggs, Mike Zajac from Highland High School. 46-21 our score. It's a 25-point lead for the Hanover Central Wildcats over Whiting. Been all HC in this one.
Yeah, not the way Whiting wanted to start the second half, letting Hanover Central go on a 7-0 run. They wanted the reverse of that, try to get it down to 10. Now it's going the other way. It's an uphill battle for Whiting.
Donaldson back into the game for the Oilers. Let's see if that gives them a little bit of a spark on the offensive side of the ball.
I mean, at the end of the day, though, if you're Whiting, you can't worry about the score. I'm sure that's how it started, but now you got to just work on your offense. Don't think about the score. The only chance you're ever going to win a game this year is if you keep working at it, and you can't let go of the rope.
Donaldson, long two, good from the right side. He's got 8. He leads scoring for the Oilers. It's a nice pass there from Julius Torres. Hernandez has it knocked away.
You see the energy from Donaldson. He, knocks that ball away after making the shot on the other end. He's feeling himself.
Knocked out of bounds. It'll stay here. 23-point lead for Hanover. Hernandez comes out. It's Henry Maurer into the game. Long pass. That's a dangerous pass.
See, there's working it to the middle of the offense, or defense, I should say.
The active hands of Toth had it knocked away, but they put it in for 2 more. That's Holden. He's got 12. 48-23. Torres. Shot doesn't fall. The other way come the Wildcats. Kuzma lays it in on the breakaway.
Very nice pass right there from Josh Austin. Very nice. And then he steals.
He's going to take it the other way, and he lays it up and good.
Could have dunked it, just saying.
He could have.
Well, these kids got enough length.
Maybe he can't dunk.
You never know. They got length, so I'm sure he works on it.
52-23 Wildcats on top. And another steal from Austin. He's going to take it to the bucket, lays it in.
Yeah, they're pouring it on now. But that's, for Hanover Central, what I wanted to see. A key to my second half for them is lock down on the defensive end. They clearly, have the talent advantage over Whiting. They have a lot of length and everything else. So they should lock down, you know.
Kuzma gets the boards there, had it knocked away, goes in the corner, and the Wildcats reset.
Get it into the big man. Let's see what you got down there.
Kuzma driving his way through, but he fouled him. Offensive foul. Put a shoulder down.
And that's exactly why I said, you know, hey, you can make as many threes as you want today and go home feeling great. I'm sure after losing this morning, that's the main focus is winning and pouring on the points. But right there, you feed it inside. He gets the offensive foul because, you know, he drops his shoulder a little too hard. Well, that's learning experiences that you can take in a game like this where it's, you know, the game's basically out of reach. And, you know, that's what you can learn from going forward, you know, when you start to enter, you know, the meat of your schedule and sectionals.
Brad Rohde and Landon Sarkey enter the game as there is a travel on Zorich. Turns it over with 2:42 to play in the third. Hanover up big, 54-23. John Merkel in the game as well. This is Sarkey.
Yeah, you're starting to see some other guys enter the game for Hanover Central. And look they ran some very nice offense there. Nice little slip to get Brad Rohde open. That was very nice, very nicely drawn up. I'm sure that's exactly what Coach Stangel's looking for.
Sends Rohde to the line. Foul was on Donaldson. That's his second. First one doesn't fall. Drake Kastner into the game. He comes in for Nicholas Holden. One more shot for Rohde. It doesn't go. 0 for 2 at the line. And Whiting the other way with 2:10 to play in the third. We got a double dribble. We do. Nick Davenport. Davenport, after that mishap, comes out for Dominic Harbin.
Seeing some of the Highland girls basketball team coming in. They had a tournament out in LaPorte.
Give it inside to the big man. It was tipped, but no, it says it's going the other way. John Merkel thought he had it tipped out of his hands. They say Euler basketball. 1:50 to play here in the third quarter, 54-23. Wildcats on top. See some more people coming into the arena for the later game between Morton and Highland. Highland, the host team tonight, so we'll probably see a bigger turnout for them.
You certainly hope so. You know, quiet gyms are no fun. You like feeling the energy. That's what basketball is. You know, the players feed off that. That's what a real region basketball environment should be.
Drive layup was missed and then taken away by Toth the other way. Harbin to Toth. This is a long two. Doesn't go. The rebound. Hanover Central and a foul. The length of Hanover Central giving Whiting all kinds of problems on the boards tonight as well.
Yep. You hate to see the frustration foul, but you understand the frustration. You're down 30 now, and day's not going the way you want. So it's frustrating enough to lose one game in a day, and then you got to lose two.
Inside, back outside. Here is another three from the Wildcats. Doesn't go for Kastner. Down to 40 seconds. Long two doesn't go. That was Daniel Sotelo in the game for the Oilers. Down to 30 seconds to play in the third. Get it inside to the big man. He is fouled. And Merkel will go to the line.
Dominic Harbin's frustrated on the foul, but for reaching in, but at least he's showing energy, and that's all you can ask for if you're the coach of Whiting.
There's no shot on Merkel there, so ball out of bounds.
Dang.
And it'll stay here with the Wildcats. That's 5 fouls already for Whiting to Hanover's 1 in the second half. All kinds of issues for Whiting. They've only put up 4 points in this quarter. 16 seconds to play in the third. I mean, it really started with all those turnovers that Austin was getting.
Yep.
There's a long three. And wide right for Maurer. 2 seconds to play. Toth launches one from deep and just missed it.
That was close.
Just off to the right side. That'll do it after 3. 54-23 our score. Hanover on top of Whiting. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4ajobdoneright.com.
It's been said that one man's junk is another man's treasure. But at Total Disposal, your junk is our junk. Think of Total Disposal as that key player that has several options: commercial, residential, or hand off your junk at our Blaine Street Partners transfer station. Total Disposal is more than a service provider. We are an innovator for a sustainable tomorrow, well beyond the curb. For a complete list of services, go to TotalDisposal.com. Honesty and dependability, that's the Total Disposal promise.
Welcome back to Laborers Local 41 as it presents RSN Game Day coverage of the Highland Holiday Hoopfest right here on Region Sports Network, offering apprenticeship programs. For more info, visit laborers41.com. 54-23 our score. Hanover Central all over the Whiting Oilers. To start the fourth quarter, Donaldson goes off the back end of the backboard, out of bounds, turns it over to the Wildcats.
He got by his man nicely, but a little out of control going up with it. Maybe the first time offensively I've seen him, out of control. But, again, he did get by his man, so, it was right to go up with it. Just needs to keep that ball tucked in.
Go inside to the big man. Merkel can't get it to go. It'll be Whiting basketball. 7:20 to play in the fourth. Joe Gendris into the game for Whiting. This is Harbin. Back outside Donaldson. 3 doesn't fall. It's tipped out of bounds by Harbin. It'll go to the Wildcats.
Really nice hustle by Harbin on that entire possession. Got the steal, passing, trying to get the rebound, doing everything he can, regardless of the score. That's, again, all you can ask for if you're Whiting's head coach.
Ball was out on Hanover Central. It stayed with the Oilers. This ball's tipped around. There was a foul, I'm sorry. Get the ball inside. Merkel has it knocked away and stripped away by Harbin. Just went in there and grabbed it from him. Here's Zorich driving the lane. He's fouled. He'll shoot 2. It's Maurer's third, second in a row for him.
Size a little different from Chris Zorich with Luke, but maybe a relation. I'm trying to find some relations here.
2 misses from the Oil. It's possible.
It is. He's a guy around this area.
Ball out of bounds. It'll go to Whiting. Elias Robinson into the game. Sorry.
You'd always remember Chris Zorich for the steam coming off his head while he was playing in the cold.
I know who he is, but before my time.
Before your time. I'm dating myself.
I know who Chris Zorich is.
All right, young buck.
Yeah. the big nose guard for the Fighting Irish.
Irish and the Bears.
Yep. All kinds of contact, and a foul will be called on Gendris. Tried taking it away from Sarkey. Team 6 foul. That's his first. I don't think we have a score here in the fourth quarter. 54-23, we do not.
Kind of trading turnovers at this point.
Got some new guys in the game.
And, the 3-ball hasn't been going down like it was in the first half. Although we're starting to see some different players in for Hanover Central, so they've kind of been running some different offense as well.
It was Rhodey trying to hit a 3.
Long day, 2 games. Let some guys in that maybe don't get as much run and let them work on some things.
Yeah, you see Robinson and Merkel, Sarkey in there for Hanover. Gendris. Long 2 doesn't go. And another foul.
2 in a row.
On Gendris.
2 in a row. Frustration falls. Yeah, foul.
Torres will come back in for him. And to the line goes Hanover for the rest of the game. It's a 7th foul on Whiting. It's a 1-and-1. No good. Robinson the rebound. He tried to bounce pass it to Merkel. And we have a foul on Merkel there.
Huh.
Give him a little bit of an elbow. Back to the Oilers. 54-23 our score. 5:05 to play left in the game. Toth with a nice little crossover. A 3 from the left side doesn't go. Robinson with the rebound. Taking it all the way. Had it knocked away from Zorich. He's got Toth if he sees him. Toth up ahead. Connects for the first 2 points of the fourth quarter.
And the difference between those 2 fast breaks, one team, tried to do it all on their own. The other team passed. You got to pass when you're in transition. Look for the open man up ahead of you. Hanover Central didn't do that. Didn't get the bucket. Whiting did. Got the bucket.
It's tipped out of bounds from Toth. Daniel Sotelo comes back into the game off the bench. Merkel swings it around to Rhodey. Rhodey's going to put up a long 3, doesn't go. Huffman is fouled.
I must say, with Hanover Central, I like the jerseys. I like the color combo, the light blues. It's nice.
What do you call that? That powder blue?
The powdered
blue.
North Carolina blue.
I was going to say the old Houston Oilers. Is that dating myself? No. I think still that was before my time.
It's a long list of things that were before your time.
Shot from Torres, no good. Down to 4 minutes to play as this one's knocked out. Sarkey over to Maurer. They go down low to Robinson. He throws it out. Trying to get to Rhodey. It goes out of bounds. Back to the Oilers.
Right idea. You fed the middle of the offense. Got it to the middle of the lane. Then you kick out. He just rushed the pass a little bit. Got away from him.
Huffman going inside. Passes it out. 3 doesn't go for Zorich. It's out of bounds. It'll stay with Whiting, and they will clear the bench.
Harbin hasn't stopped playing,
He has not.
You can definitely see the
him
hustle.
him and Huffman for Whiting. So they clear the bench. You got these names out there on your list?
Yes, I do. We got Antonio Tucker, Cameron Patterson, Jose Torres, all entering the fold. Again, some kids that were replacement players for other student athletes that are out with COVID, unfortunately, getting their opportunity, 3.5 minutes to play. See what they can do. See if they can run some offense,
Rody's been throwing up threes. Hasn't been able to connect. He's only connected on one. 3:05 to play left in the game.
I'm getting jealous over here because the Highland girls basketball team's passing out cupcakes. She is my cousin. I feel disrespected that I was not offered one.
Did you wave? Nathan says, go ahead.
Nathan said, go get us some. Sharing is caring. Shady.
Did you wave over to her?
Well, they offered the scorers table, guys.
Oh, they got
but she didn't see me. I'm certain if she did.
Under 3 to play. Long three doesn't go. This is hurting the percentage of Hanover's three-point shooting.
Yeah, they were on fire in the first half, and now the lid's on here in the second.
Ball's thrown away from Patterson. And a foul is called on Whiting. Will send Sarkey to the line.
Foul on number 34, Daniel Sotelo, his first.
Sotelo with the foul.
2 shots.
2.5 to play, 54-25 the score in the fourth. Second shot coming up for Sarkey. Gets it to go, 1 of 2 at the line. 55-25 our score. 30-point lead for the Wildcats. Sotelo dishes it off. Long shot doesn't go from Davenport up ahead. Down low, the big man puts it in. John Merkel, first 2 points of the game for him, 57-25.
Finally got one to go. He's been working hard to get his bucket. He got it there.
3 doesn't fall. And a foul's called on Merkel. That's his second.
So Cameron Patterson's going to have a chance to get some points on the board. Not sure how much run he's gotten with varsity coming up from JV. So see if he can get one to go.
Just misses the first. Second a little long. It's tipped out into the hands of Maurer. Under 2 minutes to play. 57-25. 3 from Maurer is buried from the left wing. He's got 5. Davenport into the corner. A nice pass there by Patterson, but it was knocked away. He went for it, knocks it out of bounds. It'll go back to Hanover Central with 1:20 to play in the fourth quarter.
Very nice.
It's passed down low. The big man cannot get it to go. Connor Wall will shoot 2.
Yeah, Merkel to Wall there. You like to see that big-to-big passing. Nice offensive set there. Starters aren't in, but they're still running offense. That's a sign of a well-coached team.
Coming up next for Hanover Central. This is after this tournament. January 7th would be their next game. They'll have a home game against Bishop Nolan and 4 straight road games. Griffith, North Newton, Lake Station, and Morgan Township, all on the road to round out their month of January. And on the other side for Whiting coming up after this tournament, January 4th, they'll stay home. Ileana Christian, stay home against Lake Central, then head to Wheeler on the 14th, and on the 15th, stay home against South Central. 61-25 our score, fourth quarter, and a travel called by Henry Maurer as we have a continuous clock going now, 61-25. 20 seconds to play here from Highland High School. Shot is up, no good, out of bounds. And out to Hanover Central. And that'll do it in this one. 61-25. The score, all Hanover Central in this one. We'll take a break. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Four Seasons Mechanical proudly serves Northwest Indiana, providing quality, reasonably priced, reliable service. With a quality and comfort guarantee, the professionals at Four Seasons Mechanical offer a wide range of services in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Whether it's residential or commercial, Four Seasons Mechanical is there 24/7. To find out more, the website is fourseasonsmechanical.com or give them a call at 219-756-7020. Four Seasons Mechanical, your indoor air quality specialists.
Blythe's Athletics in Valparaiso, whose team has been serving your team since 1959, is a leader in athletic apparel and equipment sales. Whether it's off the rack or customized to your specifications, Blythe's has the products and staff to serve you best. Trophies, embroidering, screen printing, athletic shoes, anything you're looking for, you'll find at Blythe's. Visit them today at teamblythes.com, where the athlete shops.
Attention homeowners, ready to start your next project? Need to pay off your debt? Refinance your home? Unlock the value of your home with a Centier Bank no-fee home equity loan or home equity line of credit. Stop by a local Centier branch today or visit us on the web at centier.com/home equity. Terms and conditions subject to change without notice, subject to credit approval. Centier Bank, NMLS number 408076, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
The team of sports medicine experts at Orthopedic Specialists of Northwest Indiana is committed to getting athletes back in the game, with a focus on not only helping patients recover from injuries, but helping improve athletic performance to prevent injuries. Orthopedic Specialists provides the most advanced, comprehensive care to their patients. To learn more about all Orthopedic Specialists can do to help rehab and prevent athletic injuries, visit them on the web at osni.org or call them at 219-923-3300. Orthopedic Specialists of Northwest Indiana, providing world-class care to Northwest Indiana for over 20 years.
Indiana laborers are the best trained, safest, and most productive workforce around. Day after day, year after year, union laborers in Indiana go to work and get the job done. On time, on budget, and with fewer lost time accidents than any other trade. Why is that? It starts with the training these professionals receive through the Indiana Laborers Training Trust Fund. Since 1968, we've been responsible for a hands-on skill training program that has enrolled more than 25,000 laborers. Take the finest instructors and staff in the industry. Leading-edge training facilities and a safe environment conducive to learning, and combined with the eager and qualified laborers to produce the safest, most productive, and reliable workforce in the industry. The proud men and women of Indiana's Laborers International Union.
Welcome back as Laborers Local 41 presents RSN Game Day, coverage of Highland Holiday Hoopfest right here on the Region Sports Network, along with Greg Braggs, Mike Zajac from Highland High School. Final score, 61-25 all Hanover Central over the Whiting Oilers. And, we talked about it. Energy was a big term you use for Whiting, but really second half, Hanover really pulled away.
Yeah, they absolutely did. I mean, gets to a point when and both teams pulled their starters for the most part, so you're seeing some different guys get in there. And, Hanover Central, not from the three, just from defensive and getting in transition, forcing steals and getting transition and easy buckets, led to the very easy win.
It's 39-19 at halftime, 61-25 to score, only 5 points for Whiting in the second half. You're not going to win too many games with just 6 points in a half.
No, they fall to 0-7 on the year, 2 losses today. I'll certainly be rooting for them to find their first win of the season at some point this year. That's never easy, and I'm sure they work hard, regardless of their record.
It's time to name the Crowell Company's Lantern Man Superhero of the Game. The Crowell Company is proud to recognize the superheroes on the basketball court. Who we got?
I'm going to have to go with Hanover Central's Nick Holden. There's a few different guys definitely in consideration, but they did a great job of spreading it out. So a lot of different guys were definitely deserving of this. It wasn't all the threes coming from one guy. It was like 7 different guys that hit threes, it felt like. So Nick Holden gets the nod, 12 points, tied for the team lead, hit a couple threes. So he gets the superhero player of the game.
Yeah, and Holden really ran the show for the Wildcats tonight. Time to name the play of the game. It's presented by IKORCC. Learn more at IKORCC.com. Who we got?
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with Josh Austin, another guy that had a great game for Hanover Central. As we mentioned, first half, they were up 39-19, but, Whiting had an opportunity to maybe close the gap there, and Josh Austin, with back-to-back steals, they go on a 7-0 run to start the second half, and that's when the game was completely out of reach.
It's time to name the Region Sports Network Blue Collar Player of the Game. It's brought to you by the Region Sports Network, the only game in town. And who we got on that?
Yeah, a guy we talked a lot about on the telecast tonight, Sean Donaldson from Whiting. He comes in from JV, gets called up because a few players were out with COVID from Whiting. And he came in with a lot of energy, a lot of enthusiasm, and made some plays, led the team in scoring. And just did a great job of closing out his defender on the perimeter, playing the passing lanes, doing well offensively. But most importantly for me, he didn't force it. A lot of guys in that situation will get called up and try to do way too much. He didn't do that. He played within himself, played within the offense, and did a really nice job, and in my opinion, deserves more playing time on the varsity level.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting going forward because he was in there because of the COVID issues that they had. So what does Coach Toth see in him from this game, I think carries over to the rest of the season for this kid. And hopefully it works out for them, for both of them, and they can, use his skills and get them a win.
Absolutely. As I said, it's never easy when you see a team that's winless and it gets to a point where you almost are rooting for them to find a way to get that win. Both teams did a great job. Just fighting throughout, so playing hard, and I'm sure Whiting at some point will get that win in the column.
Our executive producer is Chris Ramirez, coordinating producer Nathan Laird, game day producer also Nathan Laird, video is Brandon Root. Special thanks to the athletic director here at Highland, Ryan Harrington, our coaches Brad Stengel and TJ Toth in this one. The viewers, that's all of you watching on Facebook.com/Region Sports and RegionSports.com. Hanover Central will play for 5th place, and Whiting will play for 7th place coming up on Thursday. It'll be Thursday they will play for their placing. So for Greg Braggs, Mike Zajac saying so long from Highland High School. You watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, and stay with us because we got another game. We're not going anywhere.
Nope.
But we will leave for now.
You leaving me?
You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.